right, welcome back to the final reaction. Nick here.
Gabe.
Sorry, I thought he was going to say something else. So you see the shirt. Gabe does not like DC at all. He hates DC.
How dare you?
I got the shirt. I got the posters. I'm just kidding. We're huge DC fans. And once again, now I got Gabe with me. This is awesome to react to another Snyder Cut trailer. I'm telling you, there's trailer after trailer after trailer that got dropped today, yesterday, the day before that. But when I saw Darkseid, when I saw a trailer for him, I jumped right onto Real Rejects. I didn't watch their reaction, didn't watch the trailer, but they were goofing around and saying, like, we didn't even know this is a real trailer. They assured us in the comment section that it is a real trailer. I'm super excited about it. But I will say, just from the first little picture right here, I know Snyder likes the tones and whatnot, but I better be seeing some purple, my friend. Where's a little more color to him? Because when I had the toy as a kid, he had some purple on him. Come on.
You know what? I'll tell you right now, this is, for the longest time, I thought this was like the pink unicorn. You know what I'm saying, bro? It didn't exist. It didn't exist, all right? And I kept saying, no, the Snyder Cut exists. And no, it doesn't exist. So I'm so happy to be getting it now, whatever. But as it draws closer, I'm starting to get concerned. Like, A, they're doing a lot of promotional work for this thing. I mean, they're dropping, a whole bunch of trailers. B, how different is the story gonna be, really? Like, if the story's completely different, you're gonna be like, oh, this is glorious. But if it's the same story and a couple things are taken, we'll probably still like it better. But then you'll say, okay, like, man, I built this thing up so big. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't know. I'm super nervous about it, but I'm excited to see it. I can't wait.
I understand exactly how you feel, but it's like doing these reactions are like my therapy session for this. Because I mentioned many times that after repeat watching for Justice League, I'm not a huge fan. And that kills me to say it. But we kind of knew that was going to happen when they rushed it so quickly years ago and they announced it after Avengers came out. But how many times do we get a second chance at something like this? I mean, how many times? So, I mean, you can't really go anywhere but up, right? I mean, you can't. So far, the trailers, it definitely does not look like it's the same film with 13 more seconds of footage. Like, wasn't that what they did with Endgame? Like, the fourth time they released it? Like, oh, no, there's like 5 more seconds of footage in this 3-hour movie. It's nothing like that. This seems like it's reimagined. Yes, there's going to be some similar scenes that he shot. It seems like it's going to be even more scenes than even the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, for crying out loud, because it's going to be 4 hours. I can't wait. If it sucks, then it sucks, but at least we got to have this fun ride. I don't think it's going to suck, though. I think it's going to be an improvement, just like the extended version of BVS is from the original. And this, again, is a different animal. The question is, so go ahead. Sorry, I was going to say the question is, what are we going to find out? But what do you think?
That's the thing. The extended version of BBS, is it a better film? Yes, but it's the same film. Okay, it's just that they had edited things that didn't help. It left plot holes in the stories, but it's the same film basically. Only obviously scenes in there that needed to be in there. So that's what I want, a completely different story. Now there's a rumor. Spoiler alert. That there's going to be a guest cameo out there. And if we get this guest cameo, I'm going to be super stoked. Should I give it up? Should I do it? Should I do it?
Earmuffs, guys. Earmuffs. Here we go.
Martian Manhunter, bro. Martian Manhunter is supposed to be in here. It's the general. I forget his name. But man, if that's Martian Manhunter, now I'm gonna go nuts. But they haven't given us a glimpse of him. They're giving us a glimpse of all kinds of other stuff. So are we gonna get it or not?
I would be honestly surprised if we don't get a little bit of a Green Lantern. I'm not talking about Hal, but a Green Lantern would be fantastic. I would be surprised, because which movie was it where they showed that awesome epic, I think it was Justice League, right? That awesome epic fight scene where you see all the heroes going in with the gods and the Olympians, and you had the Green Lantern. Right. I would be surprised. I really would be. We'll find out. I'm excited to see some Darkseid again.
Let's make this thing happen.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been scared of this guy. So let's check this out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're a new channel. We rely on your support and your subscriptions. We appreciate that. And let's get into this in 3, 2, 1.
I have turned 100,000 worlds to dust, looking for the those who robbed me of my glory. I will stride across their bones.
Slade! I didn't know he was in it.
Shall be mine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, streaming March 18th. Streaming March 18th. So close.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, that was Slade Wilson. I didn't even realize. Had we seen him in any other trailer? If we had, I must have missed it. But
he was in the post-credit scene. He was in the, but that does not look like this. And maybe it's the same actor. It looks a little different right there. We saw him in the post-credit scene for Justice League. I'm pretty sure. Remember, he gets on the yacht with Lex Luthor
at the end, but here you see him like he's gonna get ready to bang out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got his gear, his equipment. It looks like he's gonna be a part of that. I don't know if it's even a dream sequence anymore or a future sequence. You got the Joker there with the playing card this time. Oh man, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. You know what it is? I just thought as I'm watching this, I thought about it. It's it's WandaVision. WandaVision had everybody with all these theories, X-Men or whatever, and at the end it was like, and that's what it is. Now I'm concerned that they're going to do the same thing to us with DC. You know what I mean? The Snyder Cut edition. Like we're expecting, Martian Manhunter and Green Lanterns and, you know what I mean? Like same movie, they just do Darkseid in it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, with Jared Leto's Joker in there, that was completely out of left field. That had nothing to do with it. That's a big surprise. And if they gave us that, they're probably hiding something else. So
you would hope so. Like, don't give us everything. Hide something. I'm sure they're going to. 10 days away. 10 days away, ladies and gentlemen. Question is, this is the question. You've heard our thoughts. You've heard my thoughts many times. What are your thoughts on this? What cameos should we expect? And, with the whole WandaVision, we've had a lot of comments like, too many theories ruined it. I love the theories. It's fun. Do we expect the theories to come through? No. Do we kind of get our heart broken a little bit? Yes. I want to know, what do you want to see? What do you expect to see? And what would be the craziest surprise? Because, again, 4 hours, right? 4 hours. He originally had a whole trilogy set up with this where there was 2 more films after this. So he's going to try to condense all of that. I don't think we're going to get, 2 hours of the first movie, just cut a little bit differently, and then 2 hours additional. We may have the first movie that was like 2.5 hours. That may get condensed to like 1.5 hours. Can you imagine that? Now, I don't think they had the budget to film for 2.5 hours. So it was probably extended to 3 hours and then an extra hour of new footage. But that would be my wildest dreams, is an hour and a half of Justice League and 2.5 of new stuff. But that might be asking for way too much.
Well, you know what? Even though you said I'm not a big fan, just watching this, I'm gonna be watching Justice League tonight, bro. Because I'm excited. I'm just excited. You know what I'm saying? I am. And even though you're right, it doesn't age well. It was still a decent movie. Okay, it wasn't the box office bomb. That people
no. It wasn't a bomb,
and it made big money. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make a BVS money, or even, dare I say, Suicide Squad money. You know that movie made $800 million.
That's what still hurts, is the fact that you have Batman versus Superman, and it couldn't even hit $1 billion.
Yeah,
and the market at that time, like, that's just like, dude, what is going on? This one I even think cleared $700 million, and it's not about the money. It's about the fact that when I watch that movie, I just think, like, there's a few cringy moments, but I also think, like, oh, what could have been? Now, I'm a big fan of Cyborg. I thought Cyborg was great in that. I thought Flash was great. I wanted a little more Flash. So we'll see how all of that works out. It's so cool they got the gang back together for reshoots and to figure all this stuff out. It's going to be awesome. And if you're a Henry Cavill fan, right, you're hoping that this thing just explodes. And that it's just something where people are just like, we can't have a Superman without Henry Cavill. So I'm not sure if you've heard the news, but they have greenlit J.J. Abrams produced Superman reboot film. Yeah. And he has said, or someone has said, that they haven't gone away from Henry Cavill 100%, but they haven't also guaranteed that they're going to use Henry Cavill. One would think if they're going to do a reboot, they would have a different star playing the role. They have a guy who has written comics and books in the past doing the writing. I can't remember his name, but he's pretty famous. And anyways, you just never know. But if this thing explodes And it's like we got to have because think about that. This thing hasn't come out. It's been years since we've seen Henry Cavill last. Excuse me. Besides the diehard fans, people are going to be like, well, I don't remember him anyway, so we get a new Superman. That's okay. But that this explodes? Come on,
dude. Henry Cavill right now is Superman. You know what? They better not switch him up. I'd be so upset, bro. I hope this thing explodes so they got no chance. I was so glad when they brought back Ben Affleck. I said I loved his Batman. You know what I'm saying? He was that older, grizzled, jaded Batman. And people were like, oh, Batman got too dark. Yeah, read the comics. Batman gets dark, son. You know what I'm saying, brother? He gets dark because he loses so many Robins, people close to him. Barbara Gordon, spoiler alert, she becomes Oracle. When she gets paralyzed, she's no longer Batgirl, bro, because, dude, people around him fall. He becomes jaded. My favorite line he delivers in that movie with BVS, he goes, Alfred, after 20 years of fighting bad guys in Gotham, how many good guys are there left? How many good guys stayed that way? You know what I mean? Like, he's just so scarred. So you understand his motivation. He did a great job. In my opinion, he did a great job in that film. So I'm glad that they did.
He did. And this could be a conversation for later because this is a very long video already. But just talking about that vein, it's almost completely different in Justice League. He's almost too optimistic, right? And I understand just fighting Superman and what he represents and realizing who he really was changed him. But he was just from someone who was just like ready to give up. And I understand the inspiration that I feel like it was just a little too different of a tonal shift. And maybe that was Joss Whedon's influence. We have no idea. Let us know what you think about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And until next time.
This is the way.